Welcome back to Anything You Want, your premier destination for the most sophisticated, in-depth, and unfiltered chronicles of the Turkish entertainment industry. Today, we bring you a narrative that has not only shattered the peace of the medical community but has set shockwaves through the very foundations of the celebrity world. We are witnessing a moment that feels less like a tabloid headline and more like the climax of a Greek tragedy. A confrontation so raw and so emotionally charged that it has redefined the relationships between three of the most powerful figures in modern television. As we peel back the layers of this extraordinary incident involving Çağatay Ulusoy, Yaman, and the enigmatic Demet Özdemir, we invite you to immerse yourself in a story that explores the dark undercurrents of fame, loyalty, and long-standing resentment. Before we navigate this turbulent sea of emotions, please take a moment to engage with our community here at Anything You Want. Your support is what allows us to produce these high-quality, long-form investigative narratives. We would be profoundly honored if you would consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell. For our most dedicated followers, we encourage you to explore our Join button options, where you can support us directly and gain access to exclusive content. Every like and comment helps us grow, so please, share your perspectives as we unfold this epic drama. The setting was supposed to be a place of quiet recovery and clinical sterility, a prestigious private hospital where the elite seek refuge from the prying eyes of the world. However, the silence of the corridors was recently shattered by a verbal explosion that no one expected. Reports have surfaced of a high-stakes confrontation that saw the typically composed and stoic Çağatay Ulusoy lose his temper in a manner that witnesses describe as terrifyingly intense. The target of his ire was none other than the international sensation Yaman, who had arrived at the facility presumably to visit a mutual acquaintance. The tension did not simmer. It boiled over the moment their eyes met in the waiting area. According to those present, the atmosphere changed instantly, as if a physical weight had dropped into the room. Without regard for the surrounding staff or the privacy of the institution, Ulusoy reportedly issued a stern, unfiltered reprimand that culminated in a demand for Yaman to leave the premises immediately. This was not a mere disagreement over professional ethics or project schedules. It was a deeply personal, visceral rejection that suggested a history of wounds that have never truly healed. The sight of these two titans of the industry standing at odds in such a vulnerable setting has left the public breathless. While the act of the confrontation itself was shocking, it was the words uttered by Çağatay Ulusoy that have become the centerpiece of a national debate. As he escorted Yaman toward the exit, his voice, thick with a mixture of grief and fury, allegedly resonated through the hallway with a singular, devastating accusation: "Demet is in this state because of you." This phrase, simple yet heavy with implication, has completely shifted the narrative of the conflict. It suggests that the presence of Demet Özdemir in the hospital is not a random medical event, but the culmination of a series of events involving Yaman. The mention of Demet's name has added a layer of profound mystery and concern to the story. What is this state that Ulusoy refers to? Is it a physical ailment brought on by stress, an emotional collapse, or something even more transcendental? By placing the blame squarely on Yaman's shoulders, Çağatay has essentially declared open warfare, positioning himself as the protector of a woman whose well-being seems to be at the very center of this storm. This declaration has forced fans to re-examine the history between these three, searching for the fractures that led to such a public and painful outburst. As we delve deeper into the historical friction that fueled this fire, we want to pause and turn the spotlight on you, our loyal audience at Anything You Want. A conflict of this magnitude often reflects the complexities of our own human relationships. Do you believe that a man is ever justified in kicking out a colleague from a public space like a hospital, or does the setting demand a higher level of decorum regardless of the grievance? Furthermore, we are eager to hear your theories on the cryptic words spoken by Çağatay. What could have happened behind the scenes to make him hold Yaman so directly responsible for Demet's condition? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We read every single one. If you are enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to hit the like button and consider clicking the join button to become a platinum member of Anything You Want. Your contributions through the membership program allow us to continue investigating these complex stories with the depth they deserve. To understand the hospital incident, one must look back at the years of long-standing conflict and previous disagreements that have defined the relationship between Çağatay Ulusoy and Yaman. While both have ascended to the heights of global fame, their paths have often crossed in ways that were more competitive than collaborative. Gossip circles have long whispered about a fundamental difference in their philosophies toward the craft and the lifestyle of being a celebrity. Ulusoy, often seen as the more reserved, method-driven artist, has frequently been contrasted with the more boisterous and media-savvy persona of Yaman. However, the involvement of Demet Özdemir changes the chemistry of this rivalry from a professional Cold War to a personal crisis. Demet, a woman who has shared screen time and significant life chapters with both men, now finds herself caught in the middle of a battle that she may not have wanted to participate in. The leaked information suggests that this hospital visit was merely the outward manifestation of a tension that has been brewing in the shadows for months, if not years. The complex nature of their past frictions, marked by rumors of silent alliances and unvoiced grievances, has finally found a stage upon which to play out, and the consequences are likely to be permanent. As news of the confrontation broke, social media platforms became a digital battlefield, reflecting the polarized opinions of millions of followers. The debate is no longer just about the actors' performances, it is about their character. On one side, the Çağatay loyalists argue that his reaction was the only appropriate response for a man protecting a friend in a moment of extreme vulnerability. They view his anger as a badge of honor, a sign of a true example of loyalty in an industry that often lacks it. They believe that his harsh words were a necessary truth, a wake-up call to Yaman regarding the impact of his actions. Conversely, the Yaman defenders emphasize his potential innocence, suggesting that he may have been targeted unfairly or that his presence at the hospital was a genuine attempt at reconciliation. They argue that being kicked out and publicly blamed for a woman's health is an extreme measure that borders on character assassination. They question whether Ulusoy's reaction was an exercise of maturity or a display of uncontrolled ego. Amidst this clashing of fan bases, the silence from Demet Özdemir herself remains deafening. Her lack of an official statement has only served to fuel rumors and speculation, leaving her fans in a state of anxious curiosity about her health and her perspective on the war being fought in her name. Beyond the personal drama, the industry is now bracing for the turbulent days that lie ahead regarding the actor's professional commitments. With high-profile projects currently in production and several future collaborations on the horizon, the question of how these three will coexist on set has become a major concern for producers and directors alike. Can a professional relationship survive such a public and vitriolic personal breach? History in the entertainment world suggests that such surprising crises often lead to casting changes, script rewrites, and the inevitable dissolution of once promising partnerships. The celebrity news world is closely monitoring the reactions of representatives and the subtle cues left in social media posts. Every like on a fan comment or unfollow on an Instagram profile is being interpreted as a move in this high-stakes game of chess. If the tension remains unresolved, it could very well affect the course of events for upcoming television seasons, potentially leading to a fragmentation of the industry as colleagues are forced to take sides. The veracity of the accusations may still be unconfirmed, but the damage to the collective professional harmony of the three is already palpable. In conclusion, the clash between Çağatay Ulusoy and Yaman at the bedside of Demet Özdemir is a moment that will be remembered long after the hospital corridors have regained their silence. It is a stark reminder that even the most glittering lives are susceptible to the shadows of the past and the intensity of human emotion. Whether this incident marks the end of a friendship or the beginning of a transformative new chapter, we at Anything You Want will be here to document every heartbeat of the story. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We hope this exploration of the truth behind the headlines has been as enlightening for you as it was for our research team. Before you go, please ensure you have subscribed to our channel and given this video a thumbs up. If you want to take your support for anything you want to the next level, please hit the join button and help us reach our next goal of character-rich investigative journalism. Which actor do you think will be the first to break the silence? And what do you think Demet's reaction will be when she is finally able to speak? We look forward to reading your theories in the comments. Until next time, stay connected, stay curious, and keep seeking the truth with us here at Anything You Want.